Welcome to The Score, the free epicenter of local high school sports. We've got it all, so don't miss out. Brace yourself for fierce competition, highlights, and unforgettable moments. All brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Also brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
Good evening. Welcome to Don Finley Gymnasium here at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School, where tonight on The Score we bring you boys basketball Class A North style. Skowhegan Riverhawks hosting the Nokomis Warriors. I'm Mike Violet. He's AJ Knight. Sean Packard is our videographer here tonight. Skowhegan in the post-flying LePage brothers aftermath. Off to a great start. They are 2-0. The big three are gone. The LePages and Adam Savage, replaced by the big one and maybe more. The big one is Ryan Donahue, who now will be in the spotlight for Skowhegan after waiting patiently the past couple of years. And also Jackson Height, maybe the 1.5, maybe 2, the second big that they have. They also have an outstanding guard who has teamed up with Ryan Donahue. That's Adam Fitzgerald to key their 2 victories, AJ.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing about Skowhegan, like you said, transition, at least initially, because you lose 3 big players that were so vital in a lot of sports success here at Skowhegan. They won football state championship last year. They were in the region finals in basketball last year as well. Didn't go so well against Brewer, but they were still, in the region finals. And like you said, Fitzgerald made in the KVAC North preseason polls. Coaches named him to the all-rookie team for his performance last year. So you thought, okay, he's someone primed to take a big step. And Donahue, I think you knew that the pedigree was there. And I think what you're seeing is a little bit the talent meeting the opportunity, but also the hunger of having to sit and wait for so long.
Yeah, I mean, Jack, his older brother, was here last year. They waited patiently. Jack has graduated and moved on. I believe he is at Bowdoin. But now you get Ryan stepping up, 24 points the other night. You had Fitzgerald with 25 points the other night in a win over Hamden Academy, an impressive win for sure.
Yeah, no, they won by 12. It was interesting. I enjoyed the fact that in the preseason or the pregame comments we had from both coaches, Skowhegan specifically mentioned one that they thought a 12-point win against Hamden Academy could have gone either way. But then in the same one said, I see a possibility of a region championship this year. And I thought, well, I love confidence, but I thought it was interesting to have the coaches speak from, well, it was close, too. All of a sudden, I think we can make it. I think we can make the run.
Meanwhile, for Nokomis, with Josh Grant taking over for Earl Anderson, this is a team not big by any stretch of the imagination. Their biggest kid is Tom Nice, a 6'3 junior, really doesn't play all that much. But you've got the Sides boys, Owen Sides and Connor Sides, who are really terrific players. Also, Dawson Townsend, we saw him last year as a sophomore, is a junior. His game has come along as well. So they don't have any dominant size, that's for sure, but a core of 7 really good players.
Yeah, and talking to coaches again leading into this game, Townsend led the team 11 points in their opening season loss versus Mount Blue. Coach specifically said we expect him to have a big season. They're going to have to do it, I think, from the perimeter specifically. I mean, easy to say, cliche a little bit when you're a smaller team. You're going to have to shoot well, but Coach also said they're going to have to shoot well and, very crucially, keep the rebound margin at least close.
Exactly. Remember, you can go to our YouTube channel. That's Central Maine Sports on YouTube. Please go and subscribe, ring the bell, hit the bell, get our notifications on when games are going to start, get notifications on our features, the Score Spotlight, Score Player of the Game, Score Highlights, everything we do posted there. So please go to our YouTube channel. That's Central Maine Sports on YouTube and subscribe.
And for subscribing, you also not only get access to all that great content that is always free. Why would you not want to do that? But you also get a chance to win Maine tickets to hockey, basketball, men's hockey, men's and women's basketball throughout the year. Just make sure you find videos pinned to our page. Can't miss it, but another reason to do so.
And you think those Maine hockey tickets are a little bit hot these days?
Well, not only that, I read that the men's basketball team's off to one of their best starts in a while.
They're 8-4. Chris Markwood has turned them around. That's great news. And the winter sports season in Orono is going great. The hockey teams, both of them, the women are playing well too, but the Maine men are playing great hockey. They filled out the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland Saturday night, almost 6,300 fans. So we've got tickets not only to the Maine men's hockey team, Maine men's basketball team, and Maine women's basketball team. So again, another reason to go to Central Maine Sports on YouTube. Subscribe, hit that bell, and get all of our notifications. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Starting lineups and Nokomis and Skowhegan tip-off right after this on The Score.
I came for a visit, and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and, just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. Our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Anderson today.
Mike Violet and AJ Knight back here live at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. Don Finley Gym starting lineups here tonight. Skowhegan Riverhawks and the Nokomis Warriors about to be introduced, so let's run them down. First of all, for the visiting Nokomis Warriors, who are 0-1 on the year. Owen Sides at one guard. He is 5'10" and a sophomore. Alex Grant is their second guard. He is 5'8" and a senior. Third guard, they go 3 guards and 2 forwards like Skowhegan does. Connor Sides, he is a 5'9" senior. Dawson Townsend, 6'2", one of the forwards. The other forward, Seth Bowden, is 6 feet. And he is a sophomore. That's the starting lineup for first-year coach Josh Grant. For Tom Netto and the Skowhegan Riverhawks, 3 guards, 2 forwards. Adam Fitzpatrick, who's been great so far, the sophomore, 6 feet. He's at one guard. Dom Clifford, the second guard, 5'6", and a senior. Aiden McGinty is their third guard. He is a 6-footer and a junior. Up front, Jackson Height, 6'3". He is a junior. And Ryan Donahue, the 6'7" senior center captain, will start tonight for the Skowhegan Riverhawks.
I think one of the things that was interesting that Tom Netto pointed out, too, and you can see in the roster, it's not a very experienced roster either. Much like the football team, right, we covered this year, you kind of had that huge senior class that went on the way out, and the football team had to deal with some growing pains. Basketball, Lucky Fitzgerald really has stepped into a scoring role, and obviously Donahue waiting his turn on the bench. But even he pointed out that they, I think, are more than pleased with the start because I think they expected maybe some growing pains early in the season with how young and inexperienced really they are.
Fitzgerald got some decent playing time last year, which has allowed him to step up a bit this year. And Donahue certainly was a spot player. As one of the big 3 got in foul trouble, he'd get in there. But, you know, he is 6'7", and a senior, and his game is very polished, and his game is going to play well here in the KBAC. And those 24 points that he had the other night, along with Fitzgerald's 25, that's not going to be an aberration this year. We're going to see Donahue put some numbers up.
No, in their first win of this season, they didn't combine for 49, but it was something like, I think they combined for 35, 38, somewhere in that range. So those two have 100% been the big two and have absolutely been able to produce and help carry this team early as the rest of the team kind of finds their role.
And Donahue was not a plotter either. He can get up and down the floor.
He's a goalie. He can
We
move.
have seen that in goal when he plays soccer for Skowhegan. Back with the opening tip after this on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. They are more than just a community college. Over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Go to cmcc.edu to find your passion. Congrats to women's basketball coach at CMCC, Andrew Morong, career win number 300 last night. So Coach Morong, happy 300th.
I was going to say, you got to be pretty good to do that, I think.
Damn straight. All right, Ryan Donahue on the tip here for the Skowhegan Riverhawks. Dawson Townsend for Nokomis. Skowhegan in the white, Nokomis in the maroon. And the tip is, well, controlled by Townsend. He outjumped him. And so it is Owen Sides and Nokomis with the basketball. Sides gets it back, angles in. Runner blocked there. Great defensive play made by McGinty. Lead pass for Height. Now back to McGinty with a nice block there on Sides. McGinty over on the right. Pass down low to Donahue. Donahue with position. Under up. Missed the shot too hard. Rebound speared in there by McGinty. Another opportunity. Height for three. No. And a deep rebound in the corner. That is run down by Connor Sides.
That's something Nokomis have to watch for, is that offensive rebounds that usually leads to an open three.
Connor Sides, incredibly quick. A block there, another one by McGinty, but he got a foul on him too. So McGinty very active defensively for Skowhegan, a 6-foot junior. He can get up and down.
Actually, Mike, I think they called that clean.
Did they? Okay. So it is. You're right. It's a clean block. So 2 blocks for McGinty here in the first minute. Lob in for Townsend. Townsend left corner. On the circle, that's Grant. Fadeaway pop by Grant is good. Nokomis scores first, 2-zip.
That's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to shoot well and ball pressure, I think, as well.
Fitzgerald. Foul line left now to Clifford. Dom Clifford to the top to Donahue. On the right to McGinty. McGinty wheels it back out front. Fitzgerald steps back. Launches from Norwich walk. That one's no good. Rebound comes down to McGinty. Skowhegan with a couple of offensive rebounds. Back out front now, the pass to Clifford. Dom Clifford on the right to Jackson Height. Jackson looks, couple of dribbles, back out front to Fitzgerald. Now on the left, driving, bump there. Clifford couldn't get a shot away. Back to McGinty in the paint. Up fakes, has to get out of there. Shot by Height on the way for three. Way off rebound on the weak side to Sides.
Yeah, they're letting him play there. I think you could have called a foul both ways on that drive.
Owen Sides, baseline to Connor. Connor under, up. McGinty got him again, but this time he definitely fouled him. Aiden McGinty playing some defense and gets a pat on the backside from Coach Tom Netto there, as he should. Shots here for Connor Sides, the 5'9 senior. 2-zip, Nokomis in front. Warriors 0-1, Skowhegan 2-0. Sides ready, hits. 3-zip, Nokomis. One more for Connor Sides. Dips, fires, got it. 4-zip. Whoops, and Donahue was not out of bounds. Was out of bounds. He was on the baseline. Talk about your unforced turnover. So Nokomis will get it. Here's Townsend. Back out front for Connor Sides. Right corner, 3 by Grant. No good. Rebound, loose, and coming down with it there is Bowden. Back up and in. It's 6-0 Nokomis. And right now the Warriors winning the battle inside.
That's a big offensive board there.
Fitzgerald to Donahue. Donahue back on the right to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald spins in, a leaner, short. Rebound though, Donahue. And a foul. Donahue, as he grabbed that out of the air. Not a rebound, he just grabbed the miss. And fouled to Ryan at the line. Trying to get Skowhegan on the board here, down 6-zip. Donahue, the 6'7 senior. One dribble. Got it.
That's a nice shot.
Riverhawks on the board. 6-1 Nokomis. One more for Donahue. On the way, little bit short. Rebound taken down there by Townsend. So it's 6-1. Townsend drives in, trapped. Laid it over for Sides. Back outside to Bowden. Bowden goes on Donahue, has to kick it back out to Connor Sides. Circles in, check that, it's Townsend. Townsend fills it from 10 on a fadeaway pop. 8-1. Fitzgerald. Left corner for Clifford. Clifford elects not to try to beat the double team. Back out front to Height. Jackson on the right to McGinty. McGinty on the drive. Lays it off nicely to Donahue, and Ryan drops it in. That's a great pass. Put a star beside that assist, 8-3. Big man was open. Give him the ball.
Yeah, 100%. That was a nice drive and just easy play. That'll be there anytime you can get it.
Townsend. Foul line left to Owen. Sides. Got a Grant in the corner. Grant down low for Connor. Sides. Up over McGinty. McGinty has been huge defensively. The shot no good. Rebound, though, taken down by Sides. Now a three is on the way. No good by Townsend, and the rebound cleared by Donahue. Here comes Skowhegan. 8-3. 4.5 to go in the first. The handoff to Fitzgerald. Right corner. Three ball from there. On the way. Good for Dom Clifford. 8-5. Skowhegan has scored 4 in a row. The free throw and the three. Left corner baseline shut off there by Height on Sides. Now circling through Grant. Left-handed runner. No good. Skowhegan's got numbers. Got to push it. McGinty on the right to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, baseline, and he got fouled. And he kind of got bailed out there because he was in no man's land after picking up his dribble. And so Adam Fitzgerald will go to the line and shoot 2. The foul was on Sides. That's 2 on him.
That's a big deal.
So Jeff Carr at the scorer's table. Shot is good. 8-6, 5 in a row by Skowhegan.
8-7, Mike.
Excuse me, 8-7. Didn't mark that three down right. 8-8. 7 in a row scored by Skowhegan. We're tied. 3:50 to go in the first. Here's Connor Sides. Sides on the elbow to Townsend. Back to Sides. 8 all. Sides circles around to the right. Foul line right. McGinty won't let him drive. Back out front to Grant. Now to Townsend. The swing left corner for Carr. Carr back to Townsend. Townsend goes in, up over everybody, and a very difficult shot, and he hit it. 10-8.
That was a tough shot there. Donahue
Degree of difficulty was 9.9 there.
100%.
Well, it's definitely a foul on Fitzgerald on the way in, and they call it. Adam Fitzgerald with an offensive foul, leading with the forearm. So he gets rung up. First on Fitzgerald. Second on the team, each team with 2, 3:12 to go in the first. It's 10-8 Nokomis. Connor Sides, top of the circle, popping out. On the left is Bowden. One dribble, back to Sides. Sides goes in over Donahue. Donahue strips it, steals it, picks it up. He did everything there. Outlet to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald a stutter step. Fitzgerald goes in, lefty runner won't go down, but he is going to go to the line. That's a great defensive play by Ryan Donahue.
Here's the foul, and then we will absolutely show you that defensive play after that one.
Check that. No shots. He was not in the act.
Come back to it.
Skowhegan looking to get it into play. They do as Fitzgerald popped out deep. Fitzgerald guarded by Sides. Fakes left, goes right, spins in. Nice step down low, and Donahue hits. Another brilliant pass to Donahue for a layup. It's 10 all. That one by Fitzgerald. Big man's open. Get him the ball. Townsend out front for Carr. Foul line left to Bowden. Now to Sides. Sides shut down there by Jack Fitzpatrick, who just came in. Foul line pop by Townsend is no good, but a foul is called. I believe that'll go on Adam Fitzgerald.
I think he got a little bit tough to see from our angle, but based on that, I think he got him on the wrist. Also important, Mike, that's Fitzgerald's second.
Yep. Shot is no good. No, it's good. I gave up on it too soon, 11-10. So Height is back in and Fitzgerald is out. We have Fitzgerald and Fitzpatrick on the floor for Skowhegan. That one no good. So I got to watch myself. McGinty works it to the left. A handoff, and that went out of bounds off whom? It went out of bounds off Austin, who's in the game. Trevor Austin, the 5'10 sophomore, couldn't handle it. Timeout is called by Josh Grant. Let's reset things for you. Brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 2:08 to go in the first. It's 11-10 Nokomis. Nokomis ran out to a 8-1 lead. Skowhegan scored 7 straight and tied it. And now we are at 11-10 with 2:08 to go in the first quarter. Team fouls. Skowhegan has 4, so on the next one, Nokomis will be shooting 2. Meanwhile, Nokomis has 2 team fouls. And our game reset brought to you by Midstate Machine. Girls Hoops tomorrow night. Messalonsky hosting Mount Blue, 6:30. Saturday, we are in Newport. We'll be in the hub of Maine for girls basketball as Nokomis hosts the Lawrence Bulldogs. 2 o'clock start Saturday afternoon. All of those games here on The Score, live streamed 1160thescore.com, centralmainsports.com, and our YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to Central Maine Sports. Timeout is up.
I showed you a couple highlights there while Mike was giving you schedule. You got to see that easy dump off the Donahue, and then before that, that great defensive play he made to force the turnover.
Grant to put it into play. 11-10 Newport. Back to Sides. Sides. Dishes to Townsend way out deep. Townsend looks. Townsend. Back on the right to Grant. Grant to Townsend. Left corner for Carr. Check that to Bowden. Seth Bowden tries to go on Donahue. That is not an easy thing to do. Carter faked a 3 from the corner right on him, though. Austin drives, dishes off. Townsend hits. Nice hit over Jackson Height. 13-10. Nokomis back by 3.
Give Townsend 2 stars. That's 2 tough shots he's made.
Wicked. Fitzpatrick up top to McGinty. Shot is good. Hit the flat part of the rim and then bounced in. Kind of like a dead fish and then fell in. 13-12. Skowhegan will take it. On the right sides. Tries to split a double team. Almost traveled. Leans in. Throws up a wild shot. It's no good. And traveling is called in the rebounding action on Austin. He thinks he got fouled. Tom Neto thinks he got fouled. No foul was called. Akeo Fairley coming in for Ryan Donahue.
For what it's worth, I think both the refs have let them be physical down in the post early, so I think they've been relatively consistent.
Right corner side, circles in, throws it up, no good. He goes down hard. And let's see, they're calling it an offensive foul. Both of the officials were ready to make a call. They looked at one another and agreed.
That's a big deal, Mike, because that's Connor Sides' second foul.
So Owen Sides comes back in. So Sides for Sides. And here is Jack Fitzpatrick. 13-12, 58 seconds to go in the quarter. Jack Fitzpatrick to McGinty, back to Fitzpatrick. Launches one from way downtown. Front rimmed it, rebound deep right to the foul line to Grant. Nokomis with the ball, they lead 1. Grant steps back, fires a 3. That is no good. Rebound cleared in there by Carter Neto. Neto works it up to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick holds. They're going to wait. Clock at 30.
A zone here from Nokomis as well. I think without Fitzgerald, maybe feeling a little confident, challenging them to see if they can hit shots.
Jack Fitzpatrick pounds it into the floor. Clock down to 15. 13-12. Nokomis leads by 1. Handoff to Austin. Austin gets it back. On the left now to Neto. Neto looks at the clock. 4. Stolen. Owen Sides takes it all the way. Leans up. It won't go at the buzzer. A good quarter for Nokomis, particularly. Warriors lead by 1 after 1. Score Nokomis 13, Skowhegan 12. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts. So your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
13-12 Nokomis over Skowhegan and boys hoops after one. Tonight's game brought to you by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees ever, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online, cmautogroup.com. First 8 in the books. We move to the second quarter. Skowhegan's ball. They trail by 1. Back in the ball game, Dom Clifford. As is Ryan Donahue. Akeo Fairley is in as well, 6'3 junior. A lot of contact. McGinty trapped, slapped away by Sides. Got a held ball, stolen by Donahue. Donahue up too hard. Rebound back to Donahue, no good. Rebound again to Donahue. This time he gets fouled, and Ryan Donahue worked really hard to get 2 free throws here.
Yeah, no kidding. And that was a ton of contact, especially.
They are letting them play.
Yeah, I thought he got fouled there on that first putback you see there. Ended up picking up, 3 offensive rebounds?
A lot of them. Donahue 1 out of 2 from the line tonight. Dips, fires, got it. Tied up 13 all. If Donahue hits this free throw, it would be the first Skowhegan lead of the night. Ryan ready. On the way. Skowhegan does not take the lead. No good. Rebound outletted by Townsend. Up ahead to Connor Sides. Sides on the left now to Owen Sides. Back up front to Townsend. Townsend guarded by Fairley. Whips it on the right for Connor Sides. Foul line right. Now Townsend launches on the way short. Rebound tipped. And it comes down to McGinty.
That was a rainbow of a shot, wasn't it?
Dominic Clifford walks it up for Skowhegan. Nokomis sticking with that zone. Inside to Donahue. Donahue lobs for Fairley. Fairley can't use it. Austin, left side McGinty. 3-ball, no good. Skowhegan's threes have been way off. That should be out of bounds off Skowhegan. Last touched by Neto, so it will be a Nokomis ball.
Skowhegan struggling with their outside shooting. Nokomis switching that zone really challenged him. I think you got to find Donahue somewhere in the painted area.
13 all. 6:50 to go in the first half. Sides works it to the right, guarded by McGinty. Grant to the front. Grant whips it on the left to Owen Sides. Now on the weave to Townsend. Elbow pop from there. Rainbow, yes! 15-13.
Townsend's got 9.
9 of the 15. He's had a good first half. Dominic Clifford. Skowhegan trying to attack this zone, and that's a kicked ball. One of the ways that you have to attack it is by hitting your outside shots. Tom Neto takes a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 6:20 to go in the first half. 15-13. Nokomis over Skowhegan.
Yeah, here we'll show you the replay here, and we can talk over this. But first, just look at you're talking about letting them play here. This is demonstrate. I thought there you get a bump maybe, then you get the double team. Potentially there, the rebound. There's a loose ball here. Now, Donahue, watch. So this first one, I'm good. I think it's a flop. This one, I thought that was a foul. That looked like hand to me. Still fights. He eventually does draw the foul and goes to the line. He splits the pair. And then here, Townsend got, like you said, 9 of the first 15. As you'll see it here afterwards. He's just going to come off that screen and bury this jumper here. Stops, pops.
Very smooth. All right, timeout over. Skowhegan ball left sideline in the front court. Aiden McGinty puts it into play to Clifford. Now, have they gone back to man? Yeah. Fairley pops out. Fairley, top of the circle to McGinty, foul line left. Loops it over to Fairley. Fairley, baseline. Fairley, offensive foul. Kind of let in with the rear end there. And knocked down Connor Sides.
I think Sides did a nice job getting in position there and just waiting for it.
So Nokomis on the turnover with the basketball. 6:04 to go in the half.
6 Skowhegan turnover already.
Left side, it is Connor Sides. Sides beats McGinty, then Fairley helps out, and then Sides whipped it around to Townsend, except he wasn't there. The ball was saved by Grant. Then it ends up out of bounds, and what's the call?
I think the call is that, was it Fitzpatrick? Clifford, I think, was out of bounds when he was trying to gather on that steal.
Okay, so Nokomis gets a break. The ball's almost thrown away to no one. Grant. Picked up by Neto, or checked up, picked up by Clifford. Now in the weave, Bowden. Bowden out front. Bowden, foul line left to Sides. Now on the right to Alex Grant. Grant backs it out. Does a little dance, right side. 3 ball is good by Seth Bowden. 18-13, Nokomis has built it back up to 5. They've led by as many as 7. Top of the circle, Clifford. Clifford, a runner, no good. Donahue couldn't get the rebound. Comes down into the hands of Alex Grant. One and done for Skowhegan. Ahead of Bowden. Bowden pulls up, didn't take it. To Sides. Sides wheels around. Donahue steps out. That discourages that. Now Sides. Connor beats his man. Left side 3 ball is no good. In and out by Dawson Townsend, and Donahue with a miss.
Now you're Nokomis, you'll live with it. That was a great look.
4:50 to go first half. 18-13 Nokomis. They have led the entire game. Height. Nice pass down low. Donahue muscles it up, missed the shot. When he gets a spot like that, he's got to hit that, but Fairley bails him out. Offensive rebound, good look, and he hooked it in.
Yeah, I think they were fronting and double teaming Donahue, so he rushed that, but a nice play by Fairley.
18-15. It's a 3-point Nokomis lead. Connor Sides to Townsend. Townsend on the elbow. That seems to be his spot. Back out to Bowden. Bowden goes in, knocks down Donahue, and they're calling Donahue for a block. Well, I thought that could have gone either way.
I want to see here. Blocks and charges are so hard, but that looked like Donahue was in position.
It's all about, supposedly, feet being set.
Show it to you one. Yeah. Wow, they gave him shots on that?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be right. He wasn't.
I wouldn't have called the foul that way, and I certainly wouldn't have, if I had called it, wouldn't have said he was in the act.
So there's the replay. You can make your own distinction there about block or charge. I absolutely do not agree with it being free throws.
So Bowden will shoot him. Clangs the first one.
Call it ball don't lie.
Austin and Fitzpatrick in for Skowhegan. McGinty out and Clifford out. So one more here for Seth Bowden. Dips, fires, short, front rimmed it, rebound Fairley. So for Skowhegan, justice prevails. Here's Jack Fitzpatrick. 18-15. Riverhawks down 3. Height to Fairley. Fairley, nice bounce pass into Donahue. Donahue doubled, has to kick it back out, does to Austin. Top of the circle, now back to Austin. Austin, left corner, Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick shut off on the baseline by Carr. Back out to Fairley. Fairley, one dribble, hands to Height. Height drives, a runner, nice by Jackson Height from about 10 on the baseline. It's a 1-point game, 18-17.
That was a really nice floater there.
3.5 to go in the first half. Grant throws it up. I think getting a piece of it there was Fitzpatrick, and it's speared by Donahue. Fitzpatrick slows it up. Tom Neto yells out a play. Now to Height. Fairley. Skowhegan looking to take a lead into Donahue. Donahue position, and there's the lead right there. A leaner after a nice pass by Fairley. Skowhegan leads 19-18. Their first lead of the game. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Foul line right, Bowden. To Townsend. Townsend cutting through to Carr. Carr, 2 sides. Now to Grant. Grant back over to Townsend. Townsend spins on Fairley. Goes in, shut off there. Good help defense by Austin. And a timeout is called by Josh Grant. Takes a timeout with 2:41 remaining in the first half. Tonight's game brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations, your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. They also sponsor Halftime. And when we get to the half, AJ will have all the stats, and we will check the out-of-town high school hoops and hockey scores from tonight. It's all coming up at the half in 2:41, sponsored by Hammond Lumber Company.
You get a nice block there from Skowhegan, showing you a highlight. Nice job defensively. And I think one of the things that's really changed, Mike, is that Fairley coming in has made it his mission. He's getting Donahue the ball on the block.
Yeah, he's set him up at least twice for buckets within 5 feet of the basket.
Yeah.
All right, after the timeout, Nokomis ready to go. Ball under their basket. Owen Sides will put it into play. Height will be on him. The loop into Townsend. Around a pick comes Grant. Grant back out front to Carr. Back on the right now to Townsend. Townsend on the elbow, guarded by Fairley. Pass over to Sides. Sides to Carr. Back to the baseline right side to Townsend. Now a stutter step. Grant goes in, runner. He ends up on the deck. It's an offensive foul anyway. The shot was missed. Height had the rebound. Grant can't believe he got called for the foul, but he did.
Makeup call.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I think that also got partially blocked from behind.
Skowhegan ball. Riverhawks lead. First time in the game, 19-18. Trying to extend it. Here's Height. Height to Fairley. The loop in. There it is again to Donahue. He has to muscle it, and he does. Boy, Ryan Donahue is working some kind of hard to get his points. And we had a foul called after that, or a warning
I wonder if it's a delay of game warning because Donahue smacked the ball afterwards.
I would guess that's what that is. No foul was called.
But like you pointed out, I think it was two. That's at least, I believe, 3 Fairley assists specifically to Donahue.
They've got something going on, man. There's some mojo there. 21-18, 2 minutes to go in the half. On the drive, the fadeaway by Grant. He's going to the line. He got fouled. So Alex Grant will get 2 shots here. $1:57 to go in the half.
As to show you the replay there, Fitzpatrick, I think, got called for a hand on the waist.
The Skowhegan rooting section, most of them decked out in Christmas attire with Santa hats and ugly sweaters, started singing Frosty the Snowman as Grant went to the line, and it worked.
Keep that one in the repertoire.
I love it. 21-18. I want baby, it's cold outside. Fairley on the weave to Fitzpatrick. Not a Height. Height back to Fairley. Fairley on the elbow, shut off, loops it off for the right side to Austin, a 3, and boy, Skowhegan's been way off. No good by Fitzpatrick. Fairley with the offensive rebound. Back to the top to Fitzpatrick, 1:25 to go in the half. Austin on the elbow to Fitzpatrick, now to Fairley. Fairley drives in, Fitzpatrick moves over, can't get him open, and 3 seconds was called.
Yeah, Fairley drove in and then didn't get out of there, and Nokomis kind of played 3 on 4 because they were pretty much doubling Donahue the entire time.
So, Warriors with $1:10 to go in the half with the ball down 3, 21-18. Here's Grant on the right to Carr. Carr on the pop out to Bowden. Bowden guarded by Donahue. Back foul line rights for Sides. Sides to Townsend. Townsend likes that foul line jump shot. Lots of arc on it, and boy, a nice soft roll, and he got it.
Shooter's roll right there. He's got 11.
21-20. Skowhegan by 1. 40 seconds to go in the half. Let's see what the Riverhawks do. Jackson Height on the right. Donahue comes out. Donahue back to Height. They got their 2 bigs out high. Now Donahue goes down low. Popping out Fitzpatrick at the top. Now to Donahue, foul line left. Donahue holds it. Height. Clock at 20. Back to Donahue. To Fairley. Now to Jackson Height as we approach 10. 10 seconds now. Donahue from the foul line. Hands it off to Height. Height, foul line left, threw it away. Picked off by Sides. Sides with 1, goes in. It'll count if it goes. height blocked it, and they're calling a foul. Skowhegan threw it away, and here with no time left on the clock, Owen Sides can tie it and give Nokomis the lead. So Sides will be all by himself shooting the free throws with no time left on the clock. The shot is no good. I don't know what Christmas carol they're singing now, but that's 3 for 3 since they started singing. Second one is no good. And that's it. That's the half. Skowhegan somehow takes a lead into the locker room at halftime. The score here from Don Finley Gymnasium at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. Skowhegan 21, Nokomis 20. It's halftime. We're back after this on The Score.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. Our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here live at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. 21-20. Riverhawks lead by 1 here at the half. Nokomis ran out to an 8-1 lead. By the way, halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. Nokomis scored the first 6, ran out to an 8-1 lead. Skowhegan tied the game at 8, going on a 7-0 run to do so. Nokomis ended up leading by 1 after 1, 13-12. Skowhegan got its act going in the second quarter, took the lead for the first time in the quarter at 19-18, and they outscored Nokomis 9-7 in the quarter, lead by 1 at the half. 21-20. I don't think either coach really happy with how their team played, however.
No, the other thing that factors into, like you said, it was 13-12 Nokomis after 1, 21-20 at half, which means it was a 9-7 second quarter. And I think a big part of that is it's a physical game tonight. The refs have absolutely let them go, and I think when you've seen it in the post, we'll play. These are all first quarter highlights playing for you now, those watching the stream. Well, I'll point out specifically when we get to the second quarter, there's a attempted steal. That's a nice steal by Donahue there as the replay runs. But there was an attempted steal. Donahue gets a loose ball, and there was I thought, a foul as you see turnover there on Skowhegan. One of the important stats I thought, or two things really stood out to me, Mike. One is that Fitzgerald goes out at the 2:19 mark in the first period, picking up his second foul. Did not come back into the game. So for Skowhegan, you lose your leading scorer or co-leading scorer because him and Donahue have been basically right there point for point. but you lose your leading scorer there, does not play the rest of the half, and you're able to go into the halftime with a 1-point lead. I think you'll take that. Here's the second half highlights. This specifically is the one I'm pointing out. As you're going to see here, you're going to get a loose ball that Donahue's able to wrestle away. And then just watch this action at the hoop there. That maybe, I think, a flop, offensive rebound. That I thought was a foul. You get another one. There's the whistle finally as he got smacked on the arm. But it's just been a physical game. You're going to see Townsend hit a jumper here. He's been great. The other point, talking about the highlights that stood out to me, Nokomis specifically said, we know we don't have height. We got to keep the rebounding margin close. After one, it was 8 Skowhegan, 6 total rebounds to Nokomis. Close, right? 17-8 at half.
Wow.
Skowhegan.
Yep, huge advantage there, yet it's still just a 1-point game. How many points did Donahue have in the first half?
Donahue is leading Skowhegan. He's got 10, so he's got as many as the rest of his team, basically, because he had 21. Townsend's got 11 of 20 for Nokomis, so two-horse race, basically.
Ryan Donahue has worked his behind off to get those 10 points. The Townsend 11 have come much easier. They've been these pretty high arcing rainbow jump shots from most of them, it seems, from the left elbow. And then there's Donahue, who's had his lunch bucket in his hands and his hard hat on, working like a dog, like he's in a coal mine.
Yeah, I don't have his individual rebound stats. I just keep team totals. But I would imagine he's got to be close to a double-double already.
Yeah.
And to give Townsend some credit, he did hit, as you saw, I think in the first quarter highlights we ran through there, he did hit a couple of tough floaters there in the lane. But, yeah, he's had that pick and about the free throw line has been kind of his bread and butter.
So, as you mentioned, and it's a point to emphasize, Adam Fitzgerald has been out most of the first half with foul trouble. So, your co-leading scorer, on the marquee, it's Ryan Donahue and Adam Fitzgerald, and you've gone without Fitzgerald for most of the first half. You scrambled back, you finally got a lead. So, all things being equal, it's not a bad situation, but it was physical, as we've talked about and emphasized, but there's really been no runs in this game, so to speak of. I know Nokomis went out to an 8-1, but it was a grinding 8-1.
It was, and then Skowhegan responds with 7-0, and then it feels like Nokomis got up, what was it, I think 18-13. It's about the furthest they got away after that. Foul trouble, just while you bring it up. Connor Sides also picked up 2. He picked up his second. Right at the end of the first quarter, so one of their senior guards, Nokomis is counting on, also was in foul trouble, so even there, I think the 2 points that both coaches are going to talk about for Nokomis, we got to do better on the glass. Obviously, again, 17-8 advantage. Skowhegan got to stop turning the ball over. 8-3 at halftime, Skowhegan with 8.
Tomorrow night, we're back at it out in Oakland as the Mount Blue Cougars take on the Messalonskee Eagles. Game time is 6:30. Then Saturday afternoon, we are up in Newport getting a look at the Nokomis Warriors and the Lawrence girls. Game time 2 o'clock. Both of those games on the Score, 1160thescore.com, centralmainsports.com, the Score's YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to Central Maine Sports. Click on the notifications, hit that bell, find out when our games are going to start, find our features like Score Player of the Game, Score Lights, much, much more, Score Spotlight.
Yeah.
So, again, go to Central Maine Sports on YouTube and subscribe.
Yeah, any interviews, of course.
You mean basketball, hockey tickets?
Chance to win those, which you can find that video as well. Anything and everything is there. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. So just like we do when we start a broadcast, luckily we're here, we don't need the heads up. You will get a notification that we are broadcasting live.
21, we are broadcasting live right now. 21-20, Skowhegan over Nokomis at the half in boys basketball. Second half action is next on the Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our videographer Sean Packard back here live at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School, ready to go here. Second half, 21-20. The largest lead of the game actually has been 7. That was by Nokomis early on. They ran out to an 8-1 lead. Skowhegan went on a 7-0 run, tied it at 8, and we have been nip and tuck back and forth, to and fro the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think really some foul. Again, just going over it, Fitzgerald for Skowhegan had 2. Nobody else has 2. And then Connor Sides and Owen Sides, must run in the family, both had 2 in the first half.
Yep, the Sides boys out there along with Alex Grant, Dawson Townsend, and Seth Bowden. Skowhegan will start with Adam Fitzgerald, Dom Clifford, Aiden McGinty, Ryan Donahue, and Jackson Height. It is a Nokomis ball, and Owen Sides will put it into play. Adam Fitzgerald back in there after sitting out most of the first half.
Yeah, again, he went out 2:19 and then didn't in the first, so he sat over 10 minutes of game time.
Grant hands it off to Townsend. Townsend now to Owen Sides. Foul line left to Bowden. Now Townsend from deep left corner. No good. Rebound on the weak side. Cleared by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald pulled up on a dime. Didn't take it. Goes to Clifford. Now to Height. Height up top. The lob in. There's Donahue in position. One dribble. Got it.
Absolutely triple teamed, and nice patience from Donahue there to just wait up off the glass.
Good pass by Height, too, to get it into him. Skowhegan's done a good job getting that ball into Donahue. On the drive sides, travel. He walked, and again, McGinty is just a pain in the rump defensively for Nokomis tonight. He's been all over the place.
That was a nice job by McGinty. He went straight up there, and I think he was counting on drawing the foul and instead shuffled his feet.
Here's Dom Clifford. To McGinty on the pop-out foul line left. Height drifts out to the top. Looking for Donahue. He's open. Oh, he was open right there. Back up to the top of the circle to Clifford. Downtown, it's Fitzgerald. No good. They haven't hit one from deep yet. Rebound. Nice job there by Bowden. Bowden, fast break to Sides. Sides goes up, missed. And Donahue with a rebound. And let's see, the foul is called on McGinty.
Watch this. You're gonna see the fight for the rebound here. Nice job by Donahue not to foul, but watch where McGinty's hand hits, Mike. Could have alley-ooped that to himself if he wanted to.
At the line here, Connor Sides, the 5'9 senior, 23-20 Skowhegan. Short.
I did not tally up the free throws at half, my mistake, but man, Nokomis, whew.
Brutal so far.
Yes.
Second one is good. I don't know what Christmas carol that is.
That was Rudolph.
Okay. 23-21, a 2-point game. Up the right, Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald on the pop out there. It's knocked out of bounds away from Clifford by Owen Sides. Skowhegan will inbound it. Riverhawks by 2.
4 for 10 from the free throw line for Nokomis thus far.
McGinty into Clifford. Clifford, foul line left, Fitzgerald. Donahue almost tripped on his own feet there. Hands it off to McGinty. Height's open in the post, got him the ball. Height kicks it out from the double team. Back to the top, it's Clifford. Into Donahue, little baby hook, got it. You get it to him there. He's going to score, 25-21. Nice post moves by Ryan Donahue.
14 for Donahue.
In the corner Sides. On the cut to Grant. Grant missed. Donahue clears. And he was fouled. That's a late foul call. I think they're going to get Bowden. Nope. They're going to get...
I think it's Grant, right?
Grant, yep. Okay, so Alex Grant.
So Grant, Connor, and Owen Sides all have two fouls.
Yep.
McGinty and Fitzgerald for Skowhegan.
5:50 left in the third quarter, 25-21. Skowhegan by 4. Top of the circle, Clifford. Clifford to the right. On the pop-out, Height to the top. Height over to McGinty. McGinty in the post. There's Donahue against the double. A triple, threw it away. It's tipped, but it's saved on the sidelines by Clifford. Clifford trying to get away from Sides. Does. Outside, launching Fitzgerald. No. This place is going to go crazy if he finally puts one in. Great rebound by McGinty. He threw it away. Fast break basket. Sides lays it in. Missed opportunity there for Skowhegan. 25-23. Nokomis back within 2. Here's Fitzgerald. Bullet pass inside, hit a couple of hands. They say last touch there by Townsend.
That's just not a good pass. I'm not even sure who that was technically to. I think he was trying to get to a cutting Jackson Height, but ugh.
McGinty to Clifford. 5 minutes to go in the third. Baseline Fitzgerald with a wild reverse finger roll that was nowhere close. The outlet pass to Sides. Fitzgerald trying to do too much right now. Townsend for 3, no. Rebound right there to Bowden. Bowden back out front. They'll start again. Sides to Sides. This is Owen. Out of Townsend. Bowden curls in. Blocked from behind by Donahue. They're going to get Donahue for a foul.
And that's one of the things Nokomis I don't think has been able to take enough advantage of is the fact that obviously with their smaller lineup, they play 5 out. And so Donahue can't camp in the post.
That's 2 on Donahue.
Yep. So 3 players each have 2 fouls.
Bowden will shoot 2. Jingle Bells is the song, 25-24. All right, Height out and Fairley, who had a really good first half, is in. Second one here for Seth Bowden trying to tie it, and he does. We're tied at 25. 4.5 to go in the third. Clifford walks it up. Clifford drifts to the right. Takes it, doesn't make it. Skowhegan is pretty much over from the perimeter, and the rebound pushed up by Sides. Inside to Townsend. Townsend a leaner, won't go. Rebound Fairley. Fairley has been really good off the bench.
He's been good. They put him on Townsend in the second quarter, and that helped, and then he's been good defensively.
McGinty whips it, corner, Clifford. 3, got it! There's one from the outside. 28-25. Skowhegan on the 3 by Clifford, up by 3. Bounce pass to Grant. Grant with a tricky dribble, jump step, fouled.
Clifford, I thought, was in good defensive position, but he gets busted there. As you see here on the replay, brings that hand down right there. That's an easy call.
2 shots here for Alex Grant. That's the first foul on Clifford. 3 on the team. Remember the new rules now, 5 1/4. We'll bring shots. McGinty out. Jack Fitzpatrick, the sophomore, back in. Second one by Alex Grant, the lefty, got it. 28-27.
Already 6 free throw attempts for Nokomis this quarter. They've made 5.
3:35 to go in the third. Foul line left, Fitzpatrick. To Fitzgerald, drifts in, runner got it. Maybe that'll get him going.
That was a tough shot, and that's just his 4th point.
30-27. Skowhegan by 3. 3:20 to go in the third. Skowhegan looking to start the year 3-0, and Nokomis looking for win number 1. Sides, back to Townsend. Townsend guarded by Fairley. That's a good matchup. Now to Grant on the pop-out on the right wing. Grant angles in. Runner won't go down, but he's going to go to the line again.
And that's going to
fouls.
be
Clifford.
Clifford again. So now Clifford, the entire starting lineup for Skowhegan, which is Fitzgerald, Clifford, McGinty, Donahue, and Height. All of them except Height have 2 fouls.
Alex Grant, the southpaw, at the line. Got it. The Port Cider.
I forgot to ask my dad if he's ever heard that.
Shot is good. Maybe it's a New England thing. I don't know.
He had heard of Nor'easter before.
31-29. The lead is 2 for Skowhegan Fairleigh.
30
holds. Excuse me, 30-29. My bad.
Want the drama to be as big as possible.
Out front, Clifford hands it off to Fitzgerald. Now back to Clifford on the left. Launches a long one. No good. Deep rebound comes down to Owen Sides.
Coach Neto put his hands up on that one. Just not a good shot.
Sides to Townsend. Townsend stops, fires, hits.
And that shot is so tough to defend because you just see how high. Get a replay of it here. Take a look at this. You can't defend this because watch how high he releases this from.
He's got jumps, and his release is high, and the shot is high. It's not a line drive shot. It's a rainbow every single time. It's a looper.
By the way, that also gave him, he's got team high 13, put Nokomis back in the lead the first time since
18-17.
Yeah, 18-17.
Yep. So it's been a while. Timeout by Tom Neto, 2:24 to go in the third, 31-30 Nokomis. Tonight's game brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. And again, congrats to CMCC head women's basketball coach Andrew Barong. Win number 300 last night over their arch rivals, SMCC.
Battle of the Community College. Mike, the big story, I think, thus far in the third quarter, Nokomis getting in the line. They have gone 7 for 8 from the free throw line. And as you pointed out with the new rules, 2:24 left to go, and it's per quarter. But they're shooting free throws the rest of the way.
4 fouls on Skowhegan. Skowhegan ball. Fairleigh will put it into play. To Jack Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick. Drifts to the right, now to Fitzgerald. To Donahue, not a great pass. Donahue really wasn't open, and it's stolen by Sides. Back out front for Grant. Pull up 3, no good. Deep rebound. Fairleigh at the foul line, bails him out. The outlet to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald way over the defense to Fitzpatrick. Now another steal. Owen Sides lays it over, and it's picked up by Fitzgerald, and it's an offensive foul on Nokomis.
How about that?
Sides called for the foul. That's going to bring Seth Bowden off the bench. So Sides with 3 is out of the game. Adam Fitzgerald with the ball. 1:40 to go in the third. Skowhegan down 31-30. Fitzgerald ice cold from the outside. Fairleigh with the rebound. Foul line pop by Austin. That won't go. Rebound Fitzpatrick. That goes. Count it, and a foul. Skowhegan back in front.
I mean, it's a grinder. Donahue, I think, he's got 16 points now with this free throw coming. Got to be flirting with a 15-15 already.
Donahue with 1, missed. The lead remains 32-31 for Skowhegan. 1:25 to go in the third. Carr in the game. Foul line left to Connor Sides. Sides drives on Fitzpatrick and lays it off the glass and in. 33-32. Nokomis back on top by 1. Fitzgerald to Fairleigh. On the right now to Fitzpatrick. Clock at 1 minute. Now to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to Donahue on the swing to Austin. Left corner, Fitzgerald. Tries to angle in, a spinning one-hander, no good. Donahue clears the miss and puts it back up and in.
He's got 18, Mike.
18 of the 34. 34-33, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Townsend way back outside to Sides. Connor holds it. Nokomis is going to wait. Connor Sides coming toward us here on the left. Clock at 15. Sides now starts the play. Drives, loops it back to Townsend. Townsend, that's his spot. That's going to be short. Rebound It's Grant, and Grant is fouled.
Skowhegan can't believe it, but that was absolutely the right call. You're going to see here on the replay, Fitzgerald absolutely gets him right across the arm.
3.5 seconds left in the quarter, and Alex Grant back at the line. He's been there a lot in this second half.
Very important, waiting for the scoreboard. Just want to clarify, that should, that's Fitzgerald. That's 3.
No good. That is 3 fouls on Fitzgerald, 35-34. One more here for Grant. Second one is a line drive, and it's good. Inbounds pass to Skowhegan. This will count if it goes by Fitzgerald. It's short. And that's it for the third. Nokomis has a 1-point lead as we go to the fourth quarter. It's the Nokomis Warriors 35, Skowhegan Riverhawks 34. This is high school basketball on the Score.
To begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Casella Waste.
We got a grinder on our hands and a correction on the score. 34 all is the score. 34-34 is in fact the score. So a 14-13 edge for Nokomis in the third quarter. We go to the fourth, all tied up. And here's Adam Fitzgerald now playing with 3. That last foul was on him. Now to McGinty, who's been out a while. To Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gave it away. Lead pass, there is Sides, under, up, and in. Skowhegan treating the basketball like a stick of dynamite, and they gave it away on the turnover and a conversion. It's 36-34. Height spins in, throws it up, no good. Got his own rebound. That is blocked. Rebound grabbed in there by Bowden. Great work by Seth Bowden. Bowden, bounce pass under the basket, all alone and missing. The shot is Sides, and Donahue with a rebound. Sides with a bunny that he blew. 36-34. Skowhegan with the ball, down 2. Height has to go to the left. Popping out there is Clifford. Jackson with a 3 ball, just a little bit off. Skowhegan, I believe, has only hit 1 tonight.
Clifford has 2. He has both of them. That's it.
Bowden with a rebound. Back out front to Sides. Nokomis by 2. The handoff to Bowden. Bowden a stutter step, spins in, up over Donahue, no good. Rebound taken down there by McGinty.
That was a great move, just left it short.
To Fitzgerald.
Man, Skowhegan needs him to get going.
Fitzgerald working on Connor Sides. Foul line left to Clifford. Clifford back on the right to McGinty. In the post to Donahue, and a whistle off the ball. Looks like a foul on Nokomis.
I think you get Townsend for a push or a grab. Skowhegan turnovers, Mike, to just 5 for Nokomis. Going into the fourth, 24-15 rebounding edge, Riverhawks.
McGinty out deep to Donahue, who flashed open. Now back to Clifford. To Fitzgerald. To Clifford on the right. 36-34, Nokomis by 2. Height on the left, McGinty. McGinty to the elbow. Loops it into the corner. Clifford. Nice hook pass down low to Donahue. Can't use it. Back to Clifford for 3. In and out. Rebound to Townsend.
Somebody's got to hit one because there was 4 Nokomis defenders around Donahue.
Ice cold from outside tonight for Skowhegan. 5:50 left in the fourth. Nokomis with the ball. They lead by 2. Over to the left side. It's Sides. Sides doing a dance. Penetrates. Stops. That's a travel. He slid when he planted. And it's a walk. They turn it over to Skowhegan.
You'll see there that pivot foot slides.
Timeout. Tom Netto wants a timeout. 5:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Nokomis with a 2-point lead, 36-34.
I think Nokomis just done a nice job. I think the turnovers have balanced out the rebounding because more so, Skowhegan, when they've gotten the rebound, Donahue's had a nice game, but it's just with Fitzgerald being in foul trouble, no one else has really come along for the ride. Those turnovers, especially here in the second half, have led to some transition, but more than anything, it was the fouls in the third quarter. Nokomis in just the third quarter went 8 for 10. 8 for 10 in the third quarter alone.
Big aspect of this game, that's for sure. We'll also pick our score player of the game after the game. And speaking of our YouTube page, which we have done a lot and will continue to do so, eventually you'll see our score player of the game video up as well.
Yeah, so just keep an eye on that. Usually up the next day, you'll see the highlights, of course, of this game and who we pick. We'll not keep it a surprise, obviously. We'll announce before the broadcast is over.
It's not a matter of national security. We will say who it is.
Kind of a two-horse race right now. Townsend's got 13. He's the only one in double digits for Nokomis. 18 for Donahue for Skowhegan.
All right, here come the Riverhawks, down by 2. Clifford to the foul line to Donahue. We got to get him going again, too. The handoff outside, and that is an offensive foul.
That's what they call it. Clifford can't believe it. Let's see if we get it here on the replay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he grabbed him. He didn't even plant.
So, good call. And again, Skowhegan turns it over. They are in the teens in turnovers. Sides on the left now to Bowden. Bowden down low to Townsend. Townsend trying to muscle in, and he's fouled by Height.
Yeah, Height with a push there. And this is the problem is I think this spread out lineup for Nokomis puts pressure and they drew whistles. With the new rule, you get shots automatically after 5, but for Nokomis, they shot on basically everything in the third.
Into Townsend. Back to Grant. Grant hands to Bowden. Connor sides. To Townsend, now to Grant. They spread it out a little bit. Back in the corner for Bowden. Now foul line left, it's Townsend. Now driving sides. Finger roll up over McGinty, and he got it. Beautiful. 38-34 Nokomis.
Put a star next to that one.
Here's Fitzgerald to Height. To Clifford. Clifford a pick from Donahue. There's the roll. Donahue goes up and missed. Rebound McGinty. McGinty brings it back out. Out in three-point land. Fires. No good. Rebound that is Donahue. Donahue 3.
And I think you saw there, Mike, a little bit of that, I don't want to say lack of trust, but to a certain extent, right, a lack of trust, because normally you'd kick that out, but it just hasn't been going for Skowhegan.
Yeah, there certainly was an element of decisiveness there, and I think it was some apprehension about kicking it back out. Got to get it up earlier, though. Back outside, launching here is Bowden for 3, a huge one, 41-34, and Nokomis has now matched its largest lead of the game. It's the first time they've led by 7 since it was 8-1. McGinty. Pass, not a kick. Ends up out of bounds anyway, out of bounds off sides. And the Nokomis bench excited. They're 0-1. They lost their opener to Erskine Academy. Skowhegan ball. It's going to take a rally in the remaining 3:50. Clifford got to hit a shot.
You got to get Fitzgerald doing something.
Fitzgerald a pick, steps back, fires. It's not there. That was way off. McGinty with the offensive board, however. Back to Height. And Tom Netto calls time. Man, tonight, Adam Fitzgerald, not just off, he's way off. It has not been his night. Got in foul trouble in the first half and was missing shots then. And now, while still in foul trouble, he's still missing shots. And they need him desperately in order to loosen things up on Donahue.
Yeah, well, I mean, 100%. There's just Nokomis has cheated in on Donahue all night. He's kind of muscled through it, but here, as it gets a little bit tighter, Donahue just there's so much defensive attention around him, and to your point, Fitzgerald coming lead, scored kind of out of rhythm. Right, he sat most of the first half. How about this one, Mike? I know you like to say put a star next to it. How about this finger roll right here? Side's going to come off that curl.
Gorgeous.
Tough shot up over McGinty.
Absolutely gorgeous. You go in there, the land of the Giants, at 5'8", and you twirl that up there. You definitely put a star beside that one.
Yeah, and to the talking about the player of the game, and I sort of tongue-in-cheek said two-horse race. Townsend's got 13, but Bowden on that three's now got 10. Connor Sides, that finger roll, he's got 9, and Alex Grant has 7. So the rest of the starting lineup, especially here in the second half, has kind of contributed as well to chip away at getting this one home.
Jackson Height to inbound it. We're down to 3:37. Skowhegan down 7. Need a hoop. Height looking. Popping out Clifford. To McGinty. McGinty under the basket. A little bit deep. The ball ends up with Donahue. Donahue stripped. Donahue got it back. Donahue got fouled, I believe, by Seth Bowden. That's a bailout.
More than a little bit there. I like the idea, but I don't think Donahue was ready for it.
So Skowhegan on the baseline now to inbound. Passes tipped out of bounds by Nokomis. Riverhawks will try it again from the left side. Height. Donahue. Back to Height. They want to get it to Fitzgerald. They do. Fitzgerald spinning in. The runner. Count it! And one!
How about that?
Josh Grant wants a travel. He might have a case, but the hoop and the harm here for Adam Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I think you could have gotten a travel call in there.
So Fitzgerald, as Josh Grant gives the officials an earful, Fitzgerald with a chance for a three-point play. Got it. Huge, 41-37. Skowhegan pulls within 4. 3:20 left in the fourth quarter. Sides to Grant. Grant outside 3. Bowden in and out, and the rebound is cleared by McGinty. Fitzgerald over the timeline to Donahue. Donahue on the weave to McGinty, now to Clifford in the left corner. Over the defense, not a great pass, but McGinty ran it down, hands to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald on the right side, launches, got it! He is on fire now. It's 41-40.
Just had to see one go down.
That is 6 points in a row for Adam Fitzgerald. And we have a 1-point game with 2.5 minutes to go. Sides. Tricky dribble. Backs in. McGinty stays right with him. Back outside to Townsend. I think Tom Netto wanted a 3-second violation.
That is close.
Townsend inside, goes up, and we got a foul on the help there from McGinty, I guess. McGinty slid over.
No, I think they got Jackson.
Really? You mean Height?
Yeah, Jackson
Okay.
Height.
So Height's going to come out. He's got 3, and Akeo Fairley, who's been really good for Skowhegan off the bench, is in. It's a Nokomis ball. Bounce pass into Townsend. Townsend back to Bowden. Now to Grant. Grant to the top. Guarded by Clifford. Takes it back to the left. Townsend curls in, up over Fairley. A foul. No, traveling! Traveling is called. And it's a turnover to Skowhegan.
I got to be honest. So Nokomis wants the foul call there, I think, based on the last foul. I think the last foul call is baloney based on how the rest of the game has gone, so you get a balance there.
Fitzgerald to Fairley to Clifford. Now to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald. Doubled over to Fairley, now to Clifford. Clifford launches a 3. No. Rebound. McGinty saved it, but only maroon jerseys there, and it goes right to Bowden. The outlet to Sides. Sides, left side, Townsend on the way. Short rebound, Donahue. Skowhegan's got numbers. They didn't elect to take the fast break. Here's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald backs it out. 1:17 left. Skowhegan 41, Nokomis 40. It's been a grinder all night. Over to Clifford. A pick from Fairley, not much there, and Tom Nettle wants a timeout here. 1:05, so let's reset things for you. Brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 1:05 left. Skowhegan 41, Nokomis 40. Each team with 3 fouls. So they have one more to give. And also, when it comes to the possession arrow, now that is in favor of Nokomis. If we get a held ball, our game reset brought to you by Midstate Machine.
There's you get to see the 6 straight from Fitzgerald there, which Skowhegan had to have been just clamoring for him to get going. I think for Skowhegan, you dominated the boards. As of right now, I guess unofficially it's 33-18. So they've done a nice job there. It's just probably not his game, but looks like Height's going to come back. And I was going to say, I thought that last foul might have been a little bit blessing these guys. Fairley, I thought, has done a better job defensively against Townsend tonight.
Skowhegan ball, McGinty on the right sideline into Clifford. Dominic Clifford, senior on the right, hands to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald being ridden there by Sides, goes in, the runner doesn't go, rebound tipped around, Sides comes out of the chute with it. Sides flying up the court, McGinty blocked him, but he stuck with it and hit it. Nokomis back in front, 42-41. 40 seconds left. How will Skowhegan play it? Here is Clifford to Donahue. Donahue to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald throws it up. He thought he got fouled. No foul called. And the miss is taken down by Bowden. Bowden on the right, Townsend, and a timeout is called. And a technical foul just got called on Tom Netto. So let's see. We got a full timeout. And a technical foul was called. 22.9 seconds left.
I legitimately think you could argue. I don't know about the 3. It's tough to see because Fitzgerald's like cutting us off directly to the basket. I'll play again as you watch. Here we get ready. Here's the Sides layup. Tell me what you think, Mike. I think you for sure, with the way, I got to be honest, Nokomis has drawn some fouls. I think that's a foul against going on
Fitzgerald was fouled.
Yeah. And then the 3, obviously, don't have to replay that one, but Fitzgerald goes up for the 3. Embellished it. It fell short, so it seemed like there was at least some contact, but tough one there.
We're going to get a technical foul shot here. Something that could be very costly for Skowhegan. Alex Grant going to shoot 2. This could really hurt. It's good. 44-40. Ouch. 45-40. So now it's a 2-possession game.
And I think it's still
And it stays with Nokomis.
Right?
Yeah. And Skowhegan doesn't have any fouls to give.
And we see the new rule really in effect because there's no 1-and-1s.
So if they do foul him, they're going to get 2, and immediately McGinty right on Sides, and he'll get 2.
I think Grant was the obvious choice of that technical foul. Now he was 0 for 2 from the line in the first half. He is now 7 for 8 in the second half from the line.
So after that flurry there by Adam Fitzgerald, Skowhegan has cooled off. And Connor Sides has a chance to put this thing away. Nope. 45-40 it remains.
Not a friendly rim.
One more here for Connor Sides. Can make the lead 6, and he does. 46-40. Clifford. Fitzgerald going to have to launch. Can't. Throws it away. Stolen by Sides, and that'll do it. And a foul on Grant as he's fouled by Clifford, and it is just a matter of 6.4 seconds.
You're Skowhegan, I think you're frustrated. That first half was extremely physical. Nokomis really took advantage of some whistles in the third quarter, really did some damage from the free throw line, and then Skowhegan, I think, hunting for
shot is good.
Whistles when they needed them, couldn't find them.
47-40. This free throw here, if he makes it, could give Nokomis their largest lead of the game. And he does. It's 8. Long one is in and out fittingly for Adam Fitzgerald, and that's it. The Nokomis Warriors come down Route 2 and get their first win of the year as they knock off the Skowhegan Riverhawks and give Skowhegan their first loss of the year. The final score, Nokomis Warriors 48, Skowhegan Riverhawks 40. Our post-game show and our score player of the game coming up after this on Sports Radio 1160, WSKW The Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight's back here post-game at Don Finley Gym here at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. This was a wrestling match for a lot of the night tonight. A very, very physical basketball game between the Nokomis Warriors and the Skowhegan Riverhawks. A grinder, a rock fight, call it whatever you want to. All of those are applicable. Nokomis wins it 48-40. That final score ends up being their largest lead of the game. Interestingly enough, as we go back to the first quarter, Warriors ran out to an 8-1 lead, and then Skowhegan closed with 7 straight points, tied it at 8. Nokomis led by 1 after 1, 13-12. Another grinder of a quarter number 2, as Skowhegan outscored Nokomis 9-7. They led by 1 at the break, 21-20. Neither team really able to get away from the other one in the third quarter either. We were in a flat-footed tie at the end of 3, 34-34. But Nokomis caught fire enough, and I use the term caught fire loosely. They only scored 14 points in the quarter, but they only gave up 6. They played some sturdy defense, hit a shot when they needed to, as they outscored Skowhegan in the fourth quarter 14-6 to account for the final score of 48-40, and Nokomis gets win number 1 on the season.
Yeah, credit to them. I think that one of the things they talked about especially was they were going to have to battle the height of Skowhegan. They knew Skowhegan was going to be physical down low. They were going to have to battle that. They got out-rebounded 33-22. I think one of the balancing out factors was, of course, the turnovers. Skowhegan finished with 15-7 for Nokomis. That balanced it out, and I think the big thing is we talked a lot in the pregame, right, about Skowhegan's big 2. Well, now you saw what happens when the big 2 isn't the big 2. They struggle a bit.
Yeah, they struggled. Donahue got his points in the first half. Fairley did a really good job, better than a fairly good job, believe me, of getting him the ball, I think, in 3 instances, nice little lobs within 5 or 6 feet of the basket. That didn't happen in the second half. What also didn't happen in the second half, really until that 7-point flurry, or what was it, a 5-point flurry by Adam Fitzgerald?
6.
6.
He one and then
he hit a shot, fouled, hit that, free throw, then hit a 3.
Here's the 3 right
here.
here.
Yeah, this 6-point flurry was it for him on the night. He was over, and then they took Donahue out of the game, Nokomis did, in the second half. And when you add those two things together, plus the turnovers, just an awful night handling the ball for Skowhegan.
Yeah, no, they really struggled. I think you saw what happened when the big 2's not the big 2 yet. Fitzgerald, for what it's worth, did finish with 10, 8 of them in the second half. But just when they needed him, you see what happens. He picked up his second foul with just over 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Sits the entire rest of the half, which understandably you don't want to pick on the third, but I think then in the second half when they needed to lean on him, he just didn't. He had that stretch, like you said, he had those 6, and that was about it. I will point this out, Mike. This is factual, and I'm not saying anything else. Skowhegan on the night was 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Nokomis was 15 for 24. And granted, 6 of those attempts, they were and 5 of 6 in the fourth when Skowhegan had some fouls. But again, 15 of 24 versus 5 for 8.
So Nokomis attempted 24 free throws and
Yes, sir.
Skowhegan 8. I think that is something that rattled Tom Netto's cage as well, and maybe one of the reasons why he got teed up late in this ball game. And so when we get to the point of picking our score player of the game, which we are at right now, you could really kind of throw a blanket over about 3 or 4 Nokomis players, but it ended up being on the head of Alex Grant. He's our score player of the game tonight.
Yeah, he was crucial in the second half. Just to your point, so the game high was Donahue for Skowhegan. He had 18. Fitzgerald got 10. Those are the only 2 in double digits for the Riverhawks. Nokomis' side, Townsend led him with 13. Sides had 12. Seth Bowden had 10. Alex Grant had 11. He was 9 for 10, all 9 of his second half points from the free throw line in the second half, and especially he was 5 for 6 in the third quarter, which was so crucial. Those free throws kept Nokomis, I think, in that third quarter, and then obviously helped them separate in the fourth.
It sure did, and that's why Alex Grant is our score player of the game, and a really nice win for Josh Grant's team to come down here to Skowhegan tonight and beat this Skowhegan team, which had been off to a good start, 2-0, and looked really good doing it. I'm sure Tom Netto's got plenty of things to work on in practice tomorrow.
Well, he talked to us in the pre-game notes, right? We're a young team. We're going to learn where we're growing. I think that's one of those things you come out to get 2 surprise wins, and the expectations kind of go up, and then you see with young players, right, consistency is always going to be an issue, and I think you saw a little bit of that tonight. The game was super physical in the first half. I think the refs wanted to keep it from staying that way, so that adjustment had to be made. Nokomis took advantage of free throws. Skowhegan really struggled.
So, this one is in the books. We're back at it tomorrow night. We'll be out in Oakland. It's Mount Blue Girls at Messalonsky. Game time 6:30. Saturday in Newport. Nokomis Girls hosting Lawrence. That's a 2 o'clock start. So that'll wrap it up for us here from Skowhegan. For Sean Packard, our videographer. For AJ Knight, Mike Violet saying so long. Good night from Skowhegan Area Memorial High School and Don Finley Gymnasium. Final score in this one, the Nokomis Warriors 48 and the Skowhegan Riverhawks 40.
Thanks for tuning in to The Score. In case you don't want to miss the next one, subscribe, like, and hit the bell to stay informed. This is the place for free local high school sports, The Score. And it's been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Computer Improvements, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste.